Welcome to this explainer. You know, if you're coming over to Python from languages that use curly braces like JavaScript or C++, Python's incredibly strict indentation rules can sometimes cause unexpected, frustrating syntax errors. Today, we're going to demystify Python's structure using a really visual mental model so that you can confidently format your code without the headache of indentation bugs.
Here is our roadmap for today. We'll hit 1. The basics of Python spacing. Move right into 2. The folder and file analogy. Look at 3. Nesting multiple logic blocks. Tackle 4. The tabs versus spaces debate. And finally, 5. Configuring your code editor.
Okay, let's dive right into this. Part 1. The basics of Python spacing. In Python, spacing is literally the structure of your code. Unlike JavaScript or C++ that use those brackets or curly braces to group things together, Python relies entirely on the empty space at the beginning of a line. And the absolute golden standard here? The magic number is 4. Exactly 4 spaces. Let's see how those 4 spaces actually function in practice. Looking at this code snippet, we've got a function defined right at the top called my_custom_function. Notice those first 2 print statements directly below it? See how they're pushed exactly 4 spaces to the right? Those 4 spaces basically act as the structural glue, telling Python, hey, these lines of code live entirely inside this function. But then look at the very last line. It has 0 spaces. It's completely unindented, pushed all the way to the left edge, which means it is totally independent and outside of the function. It's going to run on its own automatically, whether that custom function is actually triggered or not.
Let's make this abstract concept feel a bit more tangible with part 2, the folder and file analogy.
So, how can we really visualize this structure? To give these invisible empty spaces a physical mental model, let's think about a system you already use every single day on your computer. Think of your main Python function as a physical digital folder right there on your desktop. When you write a line of code and indent it with 4 spaces, you're essentially picking up a file and dropping it neatly inside that folder. They belong together. Now, if you delete those spaces and pull that file back out to the far left edge, kind of like that last unindented print statement we just saw, well, you've dragged the file completely out of the folder. It is no longer grouped under that structure. So basically, space equals inside the folder, no space equals outside the folder.
All right, let's step things up a notch with part 3, nesting multiple logic blocks.
You probably already know how nesting works logically, right? It's just placing one block of code completely inside another, larger block of code so you can combine conditional statements and deeper structures together. But let's look at how Python visually enforces this sort of Russian nesting doll structure, where one smaller doll sits perfectly inside a bigger one.
So what exactly happens to our spacing when we nest these logic blocks? Well, we simply double it, which brings us to the number 8. When you drop a block of nested code inside another block of code, you absolutely need 8 spaces to show that it's 2 levels deep. That's 4 spaces for the first level and another 4 spaces for the second level.
Connecting this back to our physical metaphor, 8 spaces simply represents putting a folder inside of another folder. Your main function? That's the outer root folder. Inside it, you might have an if statement, and that is your inner folder. So any print statements that go into that inner if folder are sitting 2 levels deep, which means they require that double indentation of exactly 8 spaces total.
And this brilliantly illustrates the literal code for that nested structure. Take a look here. We have our main myCustom function at the top. The first 2 print statements inside are indented with 4 spaces. Then we have an if true block, which is also sitting at 4 spaces because it's living inside the main function. But look at the print statement right underneath that if block. It explicitly says it's a nested indentation 8 spaces inside the if block. And it literally is. It's pushed right by 8 full spaces. The first 4 register it to the function folder, and the next 4 place it securely inside the conditional if folder itself.
Now for a really fun, legendary cultural aspect of the Python community in part 4, the tabs versus spaces debate.
You might be wondering at this point, why on earth would I hit the spacebar 4 times when the tab key is right there? While the official Python style guide, known as PEP 8, clearly dictates that spaces are the preferred standard. And Python 3 takes this extremely seriously. It strictly prohibits mixing tabs and spaces in the exact same file. In fact, if you try to mix them, Python will literally throw an error and completely refuse to run your code. You have to choose one uniform standard, and the accepted community standard is absolutely spaces.
But hey, if you need just a little more convincing to officially join Team Spaces, check out this fascinating data. A massive Stack Overflow developer survey revealed a lighthearted but very real correlation. Developers who use Spaces statistically report higher salaries. We're talking pulling in an average of $59,140, compared to tab users who come in at $43,750. Now, setting causation aside here, if the official PEP 8 rules and the salary trends both point to Spaces, it is definitely the standard you're going to want to adopt.
Let's put all this into practice with our final section, Part 5, Configuring Your Code Editor.
Here is the absolute best news of this entire explainer. Even though the rule is the 4-space rule, you should almost never actually hit your spacebar 4 times manually. Seriously, don't do it. That is incredibly inefficient, and it always leads to mistakes where you accidentally hit it 3 or 5 times and break your code. Instead, you just need to configure your editor's tab to space settings. Whether you use VS Code, Replit, or IDE LE, simply go into your settings and set your indent size to 4 and your indent type to spaces. Whenever you press your Tab key, your editor is going to automatically insert 4 pure spaces for your behind the scenes. It's a real game changer. You get the typing speed of the Tab key with the official error-free compliance of spaces.
Which leads us to our final thought for today. With the 4-space rule for your main function folders, the 8-space rule for your nested folders, and your code editor correctly configured to handle all that heavy lifting automatically, are you ready to build clean, error-free Python code? You now have the exact visual blueprint required to structure your programs perfectly every single time. So go fire up that newly configured editor, start dropping those files into your function folders, and go build something absolutely amazing.